QB5 once the distance is close by these blocks. We'll see if they can pull it off. There's two players in the pits. Adren taken down by Valina right behind him. No, able to trade out though, so things not looking too shabby here. To swap of the gun though will not allow a quick enough draw for any fragging, and that's going to be now Gambit in a lot of trouble. Just found a Fitch, and he's going to be an eye
on the steps into apartments very early on. That's where they throw the flashes over into Banana to re-aggress the position. There's action all over the site actually. Those are two fast picks towards the A site, but they were going to take Banana as well. Valina, the last man standing on the A site, and he's the last man to fall. And I think it's the save territory once again from QB Fire. Vic's making his way in. He's got one pick early, but Mo surely has a superior angle. 2 versus 4, and I think the options have been taken away. And again, we spoke about the implications of this round and the lack of money on both sides. So whatever QB Fire could hold on to at this point would be fantastic. Mo and Fitch, however, are closing the nets.
Yeah, I think this was a pretty awesome round. I don't think they expected Indeed to essentially have such a good argument to go into A. I think they're just trying to clear top mid, honestly, just take the battles, force the CTs back a little bit, and even would have been happy with a trade kill. But yeah, that worked out much better than expected, I think, from Gambit's point of view.
Possession, investing more people towards A, it seems.
Yeah, I wonder... I don't think Adren could ever possibly read the situation. They just spent so much time in the apps, so much time clearing it out, and all of a sudden, you got Boomish in there, taking down Doji. Adren gets a trade frag. Very surprising positions that Gambit just simply did not read. This has worked out wonderfully well for Quantum Bellator. Fire, as they now look to close things down, just holding these positions. The time is going to force the hand of Gambit as they start to push the A site. Waterfalls with another nice frag, and it will be finished off by Valina.
About the short position later on. Yeah, QB Fire are just, they played the unexpected game to a T, but let's see how Gambit can adjust. A bigger focus on Banana. Look at the smokes they have to play around. Surely Kvik won't be detected. Hobbit's waiting for someone though, and he will get the kill. Just about, but that is a high variant situation. Oh, Waterfall, does he go? Doesn't even spam one time. Imagine if he did. But maybe they feel like it would suggest that there are 2 people towards A, and there'd be a fast play from Gambit. That could be why he doesn't want to take the shot. Either way, he has reset his situation, so it's a double CT play, because Jumka is boosted up. He's on the flower bed. Man doesn't like flowers.
This is actually interesting. I mean, Gambit are in a spot where they just have to go together now. At this point, they don't really have utility left that they could just spend to use on map control. They've got to take a side with it, and they pick B. This is good, though. They forced players away from top mid, but also to the B defense. So it's a double-edged sword, because Quantum Bellator, they don't know what's going on, but they've decided to gamble on B. Gambit will go into B, but at least Gambit are going to have, you know, some grenades to go with. If they can, I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to flash Waterfalls off this angle, but actually they'll go for it. It's not quite fast enough, but he'll still miss the shot, and there's a chance here. Boomich with the cover there, taking down Adren. Waterfalls able, thanks to the support from his teammate Boomich in the site, falls back to a very good position, continues the damage. Waterfalls, Boomich, and then Jumka for the finishing blows. A very nice defense there.
Forced to reposition, manages to escape though, that's also important, but he's given up position, and he's making his way to library. Fitch is around the corner. Is this being covered properly? It is. Fitch has been taken down in the meantime, and now he can hold across. Valina is delivering elsewhere from a pit position, and everybody's getting wrecked for Gambit. Not a single...
Let's see what they can get here. Waterfalls again, Brazen Peaks. Jumka gets his orb working as well. Never a doubt.
These guys are warmed up. And it's been great rifle support for these sniper rifles, whether it works out or not. This time it doesn't. And there are weapons to collect here for Gambit. But Adren, he's so smart. The clutch king of 100 ping picked up an M4. There's a man advantage now, and they're all on rifles, these Gambit players. QB Fire have a lot of money in the bank. There's already an AWP on Gambit, so they don't really need to be concerned about giving one up. Waterfalls and Valina. Smoke's just gone down. That's a problem for them. Valina will deploy a smoke of his own. Really hard. How do they get through this? Waterfalls. Does he push through a smoke with an AWP? Here comes Valina. Waterfalls holding angles. Dozier's been spotted. Where are the other two, though? That clock is ticking. They both have kits, DCTs. Valina finding something through the smoke, but not a kill. And he might have to back off and leave his teammate to die. I don't know if Waterfalls can get out of this. Gets a Molotov kill, though. Trying to escape now. And Hobbit's got the angle. Hobbit's dead. Adren More importantly, saves his own weapon.
Right now, Boom is sort of floating between A and B. Oh, and that's a very, very important pick from Mo. There's 35 seconds left. They were picked towards A right now. QB are just pressing on B as well, so they understand that it's going to be A, and they have a flank set up immediately.
Jumka and Boomic are rotating as fast as they can. The T's just get off top mid as the CT start to come in from the bottom. As the sound cue's been made, Vanilla needs to buy time for his team now. 17 seconds as the flank comes in. Boomic and Jumka moving towards the arch position, but there's a smoke down, which has just disappeared. 2-on-2, 10 seconds to plant the bomb. Hobbit doesn't know what's safe. Dozier must hold the angle. Going for his reload, though. And nobody's really checking arch just yet, but Hobbit will surely be looking in that direction. Now he is. Ray's elevated, and he gets the first kill. Spraying onto Boomic, leaving Jumka alone. 1 versus 2. He knows that one of these players has no idea where Dozier is, and surely, as soon as he engages Hobbit, Dozier will pop out from somewhere. Got to look for a trade, try to get down to the pistol, go for the shots, but not enough. Asking a lot from Jim. 2 grenades for QB Fire. I'm sure they'd love a flashbang to drop into pool. Oh, there's 1 grenade, but it's a bit fast. Now Boomic is making his way over, so it's going to be 4 CTs on the B bomb site, and this push is still just coming in from Gambit. 1 player picked off, but they are going to be in for nasty surprises. They run into a crossfire as well. They're getting wiped out off the map, off the history books. And Dren, can he do it? 1 versus 3. He's picked off 1 player. Still a rotation coming in towards CT. He's got 15 seconds, so he's got to commit to the bomb plant. And surely it won't work out. Boomic goes straight into the crosshairs. He needs to reload. Another AK, he's out! So many things for Dren to deal with, but he won't. QB Fire, round number 8.
Run a fake, if QB Fire are very happy to just rotate very quickly, that's when fakes become really, really powerful. So, Waterfall's just going in, man. Just going in, just pushing deep down Banana, looking for those frags, and he's going to get one.
He was not expecting to escape that situation. He was at the point of no return, and he managed to return anyway. So that's pretty good stuff. Rotating back towards the A site now, keeping Gambit surprised. And I think Gambit definitely needs to review this half after the match, whether they win or lose, because, again, QB Fire in a number of rounds have read. I think it's just a lack of noise that Gambit usually make, maybe with grenades and so on, if they're going to make an execute. Dozier taken out in the balcony position, and there's more info. He was the only person lurking towards A, so Gambit have got to go fast on B now.
This could be somewhat of the difference. There's not the 4 players here ready to receive the push, but there's only 3, and they have been somewhat staggered by this use of utility. Dren should have the kill onto one of the players. Oh my god, a Dren! I have no idea how he picked up those 2. Down to 18 health, and again, in a position where to win the round, he has to ace. Just going for the bomb plant there. They are going to play it safe here. Gambit, surely Adren can't do this. They did line up, but there's just no way Adren can win that one. And it's a 9-6 score. This can be really smart because you can sometimes catch a CT that's trying to set up a flank or a contain and then overwhelm them and then open up another bomb site. So this is one of the reasons why the movement sort of, the whole position and then doubling back, not only makes it a question whether you are going to the other side, but also you can catch players. So I like this from QB Fire, and now they've decided to actually make their way in. Oh, that flashbang got absolutely everyone. But it's about converting it into kills, and they only got 1.
Yeah, but there's still a round to fight for here, and QB still have 3 players on the site, but they've got to be really careful about where they peek from because the CTs are everywhere. Dozier taking out Boomic. Kvik and Jumka remain. Kvik doing what he can, again, inferior range with the Glock against 2 full health players, and these T's are quite tagged. Jumka, got to be careful not to shoot his teammate there. They need to rescue the bomb as well, which is at the feet of Gambit. Dozier missing the crouching player, but gets him eventually. I don't know why he's run away from the angle. I mean, he's left his Dren exposed. I don't know why he did that. I think he made a read that maybe the other guy was coming from the other. Necessarily the easiest map to AWP on. And on the T side, oh, Jumka standing in the flames. And that's a great response to an AWP no armor. Let's get that early pick in.
Yeah, that was very brave. Found a timing, very, very fast timing. Question now is, what do Gambit do? I think, Gambit, they have, a UMP, a FAMAS, they don't have a lot of grenades. There's a pretty big argument for them to try to make a play somewhere. But also at the same time, stacking a bomb site could actually be a really good way to go. So we'll see what they can do. There's obviously still a lot of time left in the round. And I think we'll see 1 player potentially rotating towards B, or actually, are they just going to stay 2 to a side? Okay, so the play is the aggression here down Banana. Nice pick off there onto Jumka. That changes things a bit. You even up the numbers. There's almost no utility on the T's. They can now play, or actually, they will actually understand now the top mid push is coming. So rotation in from Gambit.
What is Waterfalls doing?
I'm not sure exactly, James.
Standing in the smoke with no armor. Interesting. It's a full rotation from Gambit. They've got everybody towards the B bomb site. There are 43 seconds left, and it looks like they've made the right play. But will they hold on to this? Because surely as time ticks, yeah, Mo starts to run back towards B and then back towards A as the grenades come in. But where are the personnel? There they are. Fitch spotting 2 players, getting traded by Kvik from the balcony position. Time's running out, though. QB Fire have to press on. Waterfalls, 8 HP, no Kevlar. And he's the last man standing, and he won't get very far. Gambit survive, only with 2 players, but they get an AWP for their troubles and an AK. Very reasonable damage indeed.
Yeah, looks like QB Fire just want to go up into A, just no qualms about it, just go for a straight up split. There's no messing around with map control elsewhere. There's already a player, Mo, sort of going to be cheating his way through Speedway pretty quickly and just holding on to that position, because it does look like QB Fire may be trying to take control of that area, of the arch as well. So right now, Gambit are pretty a bit curious, you know, what exactly QB Fire's game plan is here, because they also have no presence on Banana. So it's not as if they really want to split onto B. You really want to be able to have 1 player in Banana at least for that. But as far as Gambit understand, that may be the case. So this is really interesting. They've used a huge amount of utility, and all they've gotten from it so far is they've pushed the defense back, and they've got Valina in this position. But Adren's looking for it, but he can't find it. Brilliant play there from Valina, and now the push to B comes.
And they will get pinched from CT spawn, which really splits the only 2 people who were there anyway. Hobbit gets a Molotov down, and QB Fire are running away. That's so curious, but they're pulling Dozier into the library position, and Valina's waiting for him back towards the A site. Now it's Fitch alone, so it's gone from a 5 versus 2 to a 5 versus 1. QB playing the Gambit fiddle at the moment. Will Fitch get traded? He's done 2, he's done 3. That is massive from Fitch. He's buying time for the rotation as well. He can't get the 4th, but he's left Boomich on 13 HP. Valina's still cutting off rotations, though.
So sick from Fish. Kobe, will he? Oh, just so close, but he manages to make it work. Down to 19. First bullet wins. Where is Boomich? That's the big question for Hobbit. He has to take some gambles here. He can't check everything. He's got to make the right read now. With the bomb on the default spot, it looks like it's planted for Apps, and it's a very...
position that they've been in this match, I think. So we'll see what they can do. Kevlar is plentiful. The AWP must deliver. Waterfall, so far so good. Adren taken out quickly, taking up some real estate, looking for Hobbit on Speedway. He's reading the rotations and trying to open up the map, and he's doing that. They're pushing towards CT now. Mo is in B, though, and Dozier's pushing forward on A. This is absolute carnage. So many targets for Mo. Way too many targets. Perhaps he went too far. And that is... I don't know how they're doing this QB Fire, but this is probably their round. Dozier with 5 HP, 1 versus 3. There's no way he checks all these angles. Run straight into the fire. How on earth towards the end there? Not always one right way of doing things, and there's going to be a big duel on Banana soon. Adren gets taken down with his UMP, and Hobbit is blind. He's facing the wall. He's down. Mo still on the site. Probably wishes he had an AWP now, but he's got the M4. What can he do with it? Spotting Junker in the corner. Flashes there. He needs a lot of help going second oranges. Dozier's making his way in CT, but there's a smoke down. Is there a flash from Dozier? No, he's got no grenades, and down goes Mo.
Oh, this is a very desperate situation. Waterfalls catches the rotation through Banana. And now Dozier, all he can do is run away, try to save what he has. I got a bullet though, and that will be the end of him. Jimker with the pursuit in professional Counter-Strike. There's a very fast take of Banana with all the utility. How far will they go? Quick wants it. He wants to go all the way. He'll get taken down by Mo, though, perhaps overstepping. But are they going to keep going here? Looks like the counter grenades will be enough to stop the push.
Smoke down in front of the B-bomb site. Dozier there for support. Dozier's holding a flash, which would be deployed towards the pool area. It would allow Hobbit and Co to face in front of the flash. Always a strong flash to throw if you're rotating in from the CT position. It can make the difference. Jimka's going to be staying as the lurker now, and QB Fire are rotating towards the A site. Smoke is replenished, but there is a gap. This area was made wider by Revolver in the new Inferno. So it's difficult for these smokes to be as effective as they used to be. Now, QB looking to give Gambit the kind of party they don't want on the A site. Fitch doesn't really have crossfire support. Adren is in this position, but he's got a lot to deal with, it seems.
Well, yeah, he just about spotted them. He doesn't really want to repeat this without a flash. Is there a flash for him?
Nope. Fitch just doesn't have any flashes.
Okay, no flashes. Yeah, that makes... See, that's the thing about having a lack of grenades there. Having to go for a raw peek versus a peek with flashbang is so so huge. But here comes the push here up quad. It's just Boomich though, and he's going to try to sell this, and it has been largely sold here. We could take him down immediately, and the rotation will come back from Dozier, who was trying to float away from B in towards the A support, but now he's just covering the cross again. Lack of grenades here from both sides. It's all about hitting the shots right now, and the numbers is with, as well as the time, is with the Gambit side, and they'll be able to pick up the round, and it seems like QB, that piece, here it comes. Grenades tossed in. How well will Gambit respond? They only have 3 players here. The 4th is far away, and the 5th, as there's no rotation just yet. Now the rotation's coming in. They must get the first cracks, and they are. It's looking quite good here so far. Still, Dozier doing more damage from the pit, and the Dren to finish from Graveyard. The support from B presence again.
Jumka still lurking towards Banana. Unclear as to what QB want to do. Adrenaline with a 2-man spray, now looking for the third. The pre-fire is there. The last bullet will deliver the headshot, and that's the bomb in Arch. The bomb is miles away, and there's no bus for Jumka. He's got to make it on foot. 30 seconds, 1 versus 5. I think we're going to overtime. Walking into a crossfire, but only Fitch will be required. Dozier was there if needed, but here we are. And really, I think there is a strong position, presumably to deploy grenades. There's a re-smoke of the CT area. Adren going straight through it. Perfect play from him. Getting a pick off, spraying. Can't see anything else, but there are 2 people on the site, and this is Carnage. QB walking into the Mincer.
And we see now the problem of the approach from QB Fire. They were not able to burn any utility from Gambit. Gambit were able to throw another smoke on Banana. Oh my god, Boomich going in right there, but still, it's too little too late. And again, they had no pressure. We had a smoke from Gambit on Banana.
Once again, bouncing off the wall. This time it does a lot less damage. The burst through the smoke, really trying to take these players by surprise. Maybe with a read of 3 towards B. Smoke off to Arch, and there's 2 players in the site for Gambit. But this is not a situation where QB even need to commit. It hasn't cost them much to get this map control. They forced Gambit well away from top mid, and there's still 1:10 on the clock to play with.
So here again is back to that really passive approach, and Gambit have 4 players towards A this time. This is really huge, and this is very important too, because we know how much they love to go Arch, and through the CT, most covering that, but it's a good pick from Valina here, as now the Arch play comes in from the QB side. Very cautious that they don't spill out from the CT. He's got to protect the rotation from B, but at the same time, that isolates players on the bomb site. Adren alone gets 1. He needs the second one here. He really desperately needs 1 more kill, and there comes Mo from the side, able to light up quick, but there's more work to be done. Now he's the only man to do it. QB Fire looking strong here. What can Mo do?
It's the last round. He's got to push. 3 rounds and a half now in overtime. 1 versus 3. How does he not get traded? He doesn't get anywhere into that area. CT, but not quite getting one. Now they know where Waterfalls is. The flash towards Pool. We're trying to buy time. Will they check for Jumka? If they can get into position with Waterfalls, they maybe won't. Fitch will, but he won't get the kill. The trade is there, but there are 2 more people on the site. There's 1 down, and now they've got 13 seconds, and Kvik is really going to take them by surprise. Can they even get the bomb planted at this point? Do they have cover for it? They've got to fight for it. Oh, this is a disaster. 4 seconds, and it's not going to happen for them. They have played it very, very well. Kvik baiting his teammates like fish on the end of a hook. And there it is. This would not be the surprise that Hobbit was looking for. The flashbang comes and goes, and Hobbit takes it in the face.
Uh-oh. Desperation surely begins to set in now for Gambit. They need a play to equalize. Very early pickoff from QB5. They can now play really passively, try to play things safer. They have the man advantage. The double ops, though, will not receive retake situations well. They won't be strong against set pieces with smokes. So these are things that QB5 might be thinking about. And Boomich will try to get a bit of info there for his team as he plays into quad. He does have some cover as well. He's the most agile member of the A-bomb site. Considering that we have the AWP in the library, and also an AWP over towards B. How did Gambit open this one up? They may just go for a set piece here, but they don't have almost any grenades.
39 seconds, and they're already a man down. Waterfalls making a nuisance of himself in the arch position. Adren avoiding the flashbang, but is he quick enough to take Waterfalls out? He's proven to be quite fast himself. The smoke is down, jumps past immediately, wants to get through into this position before Waterfalls does, but Boomich will take him out from elsewhere. Waterfalls missing the shot, but the CTs are well equipped to defend this site. The clock's running down once again. The bomb's down, the bomb's up onto Mo, the bomb's down again, and it's Dozier, 1 versus 3. 30 seconds, he's blind, and that's a wrap.